Dear students, today we have to learn the topic quadratic equation. This is the fourth chapter of NCERT class 10th mathematics. So we look at the topic quadratic equation. This is the topic of today, quadratic equation. What is quadratic equation? So we have learnt already about the quadratic polynomial. The quadratic polynomial is, you know about quadratic polynomial? The quadratic polynomial is the polynomial whose degree is 2. Like if we write ax square plus bx plus c, here a, b and c, these three terms are constant. A, B and C, these are constants, and x is the variable, and the degree of variable in this term is 2. Degree is 2. So the polynomial whose degree is 2 is known as quadratic polynomial. And now when any quadratic polynomial becomes equal to any constant or any other polynomial, then we get a quadratic equation. For example, we can write ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Here 0 is a polynomial. 0 is known as 0 polynomial. So here 0 is the polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. And it is also known as the general form of quadratic. General form of quadratic. I think this one is clear to all of you. If any doubt is there, please comment in the comment box. Okay, I will clear the doubt. Now we can proceed. Here we saw ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. It is the general form of quadratic equation in which a is known as coefficient of x square, b is called coefficient of x, and c is any constant term. I have already told you a, b and c, these three terms are constant and the variable is x. Clear? So a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is the constant term. Here we see about a. A is the coefficient of x square. So if a becomes equal to 0, then whole ax square becomes equal to 0. Then the remaining term will be bx plus c. And we see here the power of variable term x becomes equal to 1. That means its degree is 1. So it cannot be a quadratic equation. So it is compulsory that a should not be equal to 0 for being a quadratic equation. So the necessary condition to be a quadratic equation is a cannot be equal to 0. Everything is clear here? I think we should proceed. Let's see. Now again we start from here. Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation. So it must have two roots. What is the root? The root is the value of the variable on which whole polynomial becomes equal to 0, or in other words we can say the value of the variable which satisfies the quadratic equation are called the roots of the equation. And it is a quadratic polynomial, that means its degree is 2, so therefore its solutions must be 2, therefore we can say its roots are 2. And let the two roots, the roots are alpha and beta. These are the two roots. We have considered here alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. So the relation between alpha, beta and coefficients of this quadratic equation is alpha plus beta becomes equal to minus b by a. In other words, we can say minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a. Alpha plus beta are called sum of the roots. Okay. Next, alpha beta. Alpha beta becomes equal to c by a. What is alpha beta? Alpha beta are the product of the roots. Alpha beta equals to c by a. In other words, we can say constant term divided by coefficient of x square. This is the very important article for 1 marker questions. We have to find alpha plus beta, and the quadratic equation is given. We can use these two relations, alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a and alpha beta equals to c by a. Now in another form of questions, if sum of roots and product of roots are given, then what must be the quadratic equation? We can write it as this one, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta becomes equal to 0. Here alpha plus beta is sum of the roots and alpha beta product of the roots. So if we have sum of roots and product of roots, both the things are given, you can write the equation in this form, x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Sometimes you have alpha and beta as roots, then again you can write the equation in same way like this one, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta becomes equal to 0. Put the values of alpha and beta in the suitable place and get the equation. In other way, you can also write x minus alpha into x minus beta equals to 0 and multiply both these terms, you will get the same answer. Okay, so I think you are familiar by this topic. If the roots alpha and beta are given, you can write the equation. If the sum of the roots and product of roots are given, you can again write the equation. So many examples are there to solve these types of questions, and this is a very important question for 1 mark, 2 mark questions. This is a unique chapter Now we can proceed. The next topic, how to solve the quadratic equations. How to solve the quadratic equations. Like we take an example, x square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. Now you have to solve this equation and find the roots. How can you solve this? You have read the chapter algebraic identities and you learnt there that this can be factorized by splitting middle term. So now split this term. It will be x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 equal to 0. X minus 3 and x minus 2 becomes equal to 0. So the two roots are x equal to 3 and x equal to 2. You can take alpha equal to 3, beta equal to 2. These are the two roots. Alpha equals to 3 and beta equals to 2. You can verify your relationship too. So we get alpha plus beta. It will be 3 plus 2. It becomes 5. Alpha beta. Now it is 3 into 2. It becomes 6. And you have already told alpha plus beta minus b by a. So see the equation. What is b? That is 5. And what about a? That is 1. So it will be 5 upon 1. The relation holds true. Again, alpha beta, c upon a. So here c is 6 and a is 1. So it comes 6. Yani again alpha beta equals to 6. The relation holds true, which you have read earlier. The second thing is, if the factor is not done by splitting middle term or any other identity, so you can choose quadratic formula to solve the equation. And now what is quadratic formula? This formula is given by Indian mathematician Sridharacharya. So this formula is also known as Sridharacharya formula. And how to apply this formula? See the blackboard. Now again we are taking the same equation, x square minus 5x plus c, 6 equals to 0. You also know the answer, x equal to 3 and x equal to 2. But by using Sridharacharya formula, how can we get the answer? See here. Firstly, you must learn about the formula. Formula is x equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Here ABC are the coefficients of x square, x and constant term. Same as before. So now get the value of a. So compare the equation. By ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. You get a equals to 1, b equals to minus 5, c equals to 6. Now put the value in the formula. So you will get x equal to minus b. That means minus of minus 5 plus minus. Here plus minus sign is used because you know a square root has two values, as a positive and as a negative. So take the value and put the symbol. Put the values minus 5k square minus 4. The value of a is 1, c is 6 and divided by 2 times a. So a is 1, so 2 into 1. Solve this. तो माइनस माइनस मिलाकर प्लस हो गया. इट इज प्लस 5 प्लस माइनस अंडर रूट 5 का स्क्वायर 25 माइनस 4 into 6 it becomes 24 divided by 2 into 1 it becomes 2. So now the equation is, now the next term is 5 plus minus root of 1. Root of 1, that is 1. So 1 by 2. Now firstly take plus sign. So the value of x will be 5 plus 1 by 2. And if we get minus sign, so it will be 5 minus 1 by 2. So you will get your answer as 3 and 2. This is the way to solve the quadratic equation by using quadratic formula. This formula is known as Sridharacharya formula. Now, next question is कि all the quadratic equations have roots or not? This is the main point. If any quadratic equation is written, the roots will exist or not exist. We see this by this term, b square minus 4ac. This is the very important term. You already know, in the case of a square root, the number should be positive in the square root conditions. Under a square root, the number always must be positive. That means if b square minus 4ac is positive or greater than 0, then the roots will exist. So this b square minus 4ac is the key point, key term. And now see about b square minus 4ac. What is b square minus 4ac? This is known as discriminant. This term is known as discriminant. And discriminant decides the roots will exist or not. It is denoted by d and its value is b square minus 4ac. So three conditions are there. First condition is, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the roots are real and unequal. As we saw in the previous question, the roots are 3 and 2. So these are the unequal real roots. Second condition, if b square minus 4ac becomes equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. Now equal roots exist, like x plus 1 the whole square. It must have two roots as minus 1 and minus 1. There are two roots, minus 1 and both are equal. So this is the condition satisfies b square minus 4ac equals to 0, then the roots are real and equal. And third one, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that means negative term. Less than 0, that means negative term. So if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, roots are imaginary. You will read imaginary roots in the higher classes. So here we can say roots do not exist. So this is the term b square minus 4ac, which decides that the quadratic equation must have the roots or not, and the type of the roots, it is also determined by the discriminant property. So if these two conditions are true, then the roots are real, and if this condition holds true, then the roots do not exist. This is the whole topic of quadratic equation which we have learned today. If you have any doubt, please comment and subscribe my video too on YouTube. Thank you.